Warwick, Maryland.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanapram, all glory to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining the call.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Pooja from Sydney.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanapram, all glory to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Manidhar Prabhu and Maharaj and all the Samay devotees. Dandavat Pranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shamik Devdasi from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanapram, all glory to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, this is Mukunda Das. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shamik Rishi Das ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanapram, all glory to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining the call, Guruji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, everyone. Today we are very fortunate. We have His Grace Shamik Rishi Maharaj from Radha Gopinath Temple, Khargaon, India. And Maharaj is going to enlighten us from Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 7, Chapter 6, verse 18 onwards. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Pranam, all
Hare
glories
Krishna
to Srila
Prabhuji.
Prabhupada. You may take over the call, Maharaj.
Okay, so I can begin?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapanantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namo Mahamadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Bharatvishe Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Krapa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nastaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloker Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll continue reading about Canto 7, Chapter 6, text number 18, 19, but even 17 and 18 are together. So I will repeat the text number 17 also. This is about Prahlad Maharaj is instructing his demonic schoolmates. That is giving them the instruction rather than learning from Shant and Amar. They like the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, what he was giving. And they were all astonished at how he could know he is studying with us. Our teachers are the same. But how he knows all this about spiritual life and what instruction is given. Then he tells them about that how he was in his mother's womb when he was staying with Narad Muni and he taught him. So, so his instruction, and they liked his teaching more than Shant and Amara because it appeals to the heart. This knowledge that is because Krishna Bhakti is in everybody, but it's covered more or less. There are children that is not covered by demonic mentality or So they are innocent children, and they were naturally attracted to Krishna Bhakti, what Prahlad Maharaj was teaching them. So just few verses. The background is say that entangling. He's talking more about the family life. That Prahlad Maharaj is telling entangling increase more and more in the family life centered around sex life is like a dark well. And dark well means when they have everybody, when they go, it is meant for passing a stool, or they may just go down and be bitten by snakes and others, and they cannot come out. That one should give it up to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. This is about the family life, which is not a devotional family life, which is Gravedis, and their life is like a dark well. So how to get out, or what is the dark well, that has been described by Prahlad Maharaj. So Vidwan and Vimuda, like fool. So fools are absorbed in family affairs, incapable of understanding oneself who are they, and get bewildered by a separatist conception of self and other. This is mine, this is yours, me and mine. That is so and Parkiya, Vibhinna Bhav. But everybody is part of Krishna. They were all brothers and sisters. Our father is common father, is Krishna. Mame Vansum Sivaluke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So the learner also gets bewildered. And to get free from this material entanglement that is called liberation. It is very, very rare. Manushanam Shastreshu Kashit Yatapi Siddhaya Kashit Yatatam Api Siddhanam Kashit Mam Veti Tatvata. Even without with all the siddhas who are interested in some life, but they cannot know about Krishna or about youthful service. So this, or they cannot get free from the material entanglement or samsara, and means again getting birth, living in the mother's womb, birth, death, old age, disease, they cannot get out. So they become playmates. With all these people, they are addicted to sense gratification. The demons become playthings in the hands of the women. Leela we become like a Leela playing toy for the on the hands of the women. And are shocked on the expansion of family relationship. That now when there is a attraction for the sex life, then there will be children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, and you get completely absorbed. Even if they kick you out, even if they leave you, force you to stay in a old age home, is still because of in the mind. These are mine. My blood is flowing. You get attached to them and move again through so many desires are there, fulfilled, and we have to take again and again another birth. So liberation is very, 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 very rare. And so what is the solution to get out of this family entanglement? The solution is given in this verses like 18, 19. You are sons of demons. Keep aloof from the association of demons. And who are demons that will be described? Take shelter of Lord Narayan, the origin of all demigods. Because the ultimate goal of devotee is liberation from material bondage. So that is in verse number 18 and verse number 19, just short. That is pleasing that rather than remaining in the family life entangled as a Gramedi, one should take to the instruction of the worshipping of the Supreme Lord, how to worship the Supreme Lord. So how to please the Supreme Lord, pleasing Lord Narayan takes no great endeavor. So Paramatma is saying that bhakti or pleasing him, bhakti, prem, devotional service, love, they are all meant for Krishna. And if we are there, it is very easy, but because it's such an easy place, people think that it cannot give any great results. So super soul or Krishna is also staying a super soul in all beings and father of all. There is no impediment in worshipping him in all directions, in all times, from all angles of vision. So from any reason. So one's duty is to revive one's relationship with the Narayan by bhakti that constitutes the Shravanam Kirtanam. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu is Swaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dashyam, Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. A slight endeavor on this direction will make the attempt successful, whereas one will never be successful in pleasing his God, family, society, nation, even if one endeavors to sacrifice his life. Swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. That greatest danger is to fall down in the material whirlpool, doing again birth, death, old age, disease. So even a little endeavor in this devotional service, and Krishna is our father. Aham bija pradapita. Asam brahma mahad yonir. Aham bija pradapita. That I am the father of all the living beings together. So it is easy to please your own father. Who will refuse if somebody is going to the father with loving ways? He will naturally respect you, open arms. Please, my dear child, come. So devotional service is easy, but otherwise the family life is very, very difficult. So we'll read the verses, verse number 17 and 18. Yato na kaschit kvacha kutra chidva tina swamatma namalam samartah vimochitam कामदर्शाविहार क्रीडामृगो यन्नि गडो विसर्गः ततो विदूरात् परिहृत्य दैत्या दैत्येषु सङ्गम् विषयात्मकेषु उपेत नारायणम् आदि देवं समुक्तसङ्गैर् ईशितोपवर्गः पवर्ग and अपवर्ग. Pavarga is pa pa ba bha ma. Pa is parishram. Pa is fennel. Prath is coming in your mouth. Va is Vyartha, wastage of your time. Ma is Prabha. Bha is Bhai. You're always fearful in the material life, and then there is a death. But Apavarga is opposite to this Pavarga, is Apavarga. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My dear friends, so Prahlad Maharaj is saying to the schoolmates, when teacher is gone, he starts his education. Son and Amar, O son of demons, it is certain that no one bereft of knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has been able to liberate himself from material bondage at any time or in any country. So whether this country or any country or anywhere in the world, if you do not know Krishna, do not have the knowledge about Supreme Personality of Godhead, then you cannot become free from this material entanglement. Material entanglement means birth, death, old age, disease, adi devik, adi bhautik, adhyatmik. These three types of tapa will always be with you, and you will burn like in a fire. And there is so much anxiety, so much problems with this kind of life. So one wants to get out of this family entanglement. And that is the real intelligence, Kovido, who would not like to get out of this if they know. But there are people are not in the knowledge. When I went to US and saw that people are eating meat, they think it is a produce. It's like vegetables, and so animals have no souls. So they had no knowledge. They were killing so many animals and eating meat. And because of Prabhupada and so many people, at least of Indian origin and even Americans, they have gave up that meat eating and all this illicit relation, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit relation, no intoxication. Otherwise, it was so much rampant. Many people who have gone, including myself in '71. Hardly any Indians were there, but we were enamored by how things are there materially, but spiritually it was completely bereft of his spiritual knowledge. And I would have been a victim of meat eating or even intoxication. But Krishna saved me because I made devotees. I went to the temple and I met with Ravindra Swarup Prabhu, who started reading Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita and Back to Godhead magazines. And that saved, and like me, it saved many, many others that they were completely vegetarian and even coming from a Brahman family or devotee family, but they would have been spoiled if Prabhupada was not there. So that is the knowledge. Rather, those bereft of knowledge of the Lord are bound by the material laws. Means material laws means birth, death, old age, disease. You go to so many species of life. Means take 8.4 million species of life, and you are bound by that. You cannot do anything. So they are actually addicted to sense gratification. Means bringing senses to the sense objects, that is sense gratification, and their target is women. Mostly with senses you want to touch, smell, hear sweet words of women or children, and you get entrapped completely. Forget that what is the aim of our life. Indeed, they are actually playthings in the hands of attractive women. victimized by such a conception of life, they become surrounded by children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and thus they are shackled to material bondage. Means they are in the shackle, whether it is a golden shackle or it is a silver shackle or iron shackle or whatever, but they are bound up. Means shackle you may not see. In the prison house, there are many high walls and there are electrified wires. But here, without even your open, you are free, but still you are shackled. You cannot get out of that heavenly conception of life. That is it. That's what I meant for to support these children, feed them, fulfill the desire of the wife. Wife for woman, woman for wife, it is all means male and female. It is all the same thing. When we say women, it is also male or male also. So both are victimized and they remain in the material world. And so shackle means even if the elephant initially is in the big shackle, but later on very heavy and he cannot get out. He tries, but he cannot. After some time, even if you put a little thread, he thinks it is a shackle, I cannot get out. So even if there are chance for persons to get out, but they don't want to get out of this family life. They think that is it. That is enjoyment. That is human life is meant for. Eat is means eating, sleeping, betting, depending, or that is yavat jivet, sukham jivet, rinam kratva karma. As long as you are there, you just eat, drink, and be merry. Even if you have to borrow back, borrow or steal, just like one man was holding a pole with his hand because he was getting a lot of stomach pain. That was in Jagannath Puri. That's a true story. And so he caught up though, and he pressed his stomach against that wall, and his hand was against the beam or pole, and his hand was around that, and he held it tightly. And some people came, and he saw that he was very hungry. And they said, take this prasad, we will give you. There is no charge. But he won't open his hands, and he thinks, otherwise I will get pain. So we think that we are in the material world, and this family life is good. Who saw the spiritual world? Who saw that there is God, and I may not enjoy here nor there, so let me stay in my position. Because they have a previous good experience of enjoying in all other life. So it is like chewing the chew. Chewing the chew means we have already gone through eating, sleeping, mating, depending in other species of life, and we think that human life is also for that. It is a natural to be in that position, and they don't want to give up the position what they are in. Although, like Indra was one time became a pig, and then because of the curse, so he became a pig, and he had a sheep pig and piglets, and then the time came that he should come to the Indra's position, take his post back, but he would not go out. I am very happy here. I have my wife, I have children, I art school, and I'm very happy. So only people who are from outside, they could see that how abominable conditions is in, but we don't want to get out. But if some sadhu comes at that, Jiva Jago, Gaura Chand Bole, he could tell them that please get out of this situation. You are sansa, you are able to go to the spiritual kingdom and enjoy with Krishna. But they would not go. A small story reminds me that one time Narad Muni was going to the spiritual kingdom, and he told one person by name Kailash, please come, I am going to the spiritual kingdom, come and come with me. He says, no, my son is very young, I want to see him getting married, and I cannot go right now, you please go. So Narad Muni came after his son was become bigger, older, educated, then he came again. Can you come now? No, I cannot come. I want to see that he gets married, he is established, he has some children. I want to see my grandchildren or grandchild. I cannot go. So in this way, he let Narad Muni go many times back and forth. Then one time he died, and then he became a big python. And when he saw that his field, some water is flowing down and they are not taking care of it, so he lied down as a python. He lied down on the place where the water was going down. It was very cold. It was almost frozen. But because of attachment, it's still attachment from the previous life that he was attached to children. And they were useless. They were not working very hard because they got this money without any much endeavor. So much wealth, farm, land, and all these things. So Narad Muni came again. Said, do you want to come again? No, I'm protecting my children's farm and how I could go now. I cannot go right now. So after some time, then Narad Muni went to his children and he said that I saw a big python in your field. So the children, they went there, beat him to death, although he was shouting that I am your father or grandfather, please don't beat me. But he beat them again and again. And later on, Narad Muni again asked, do you want to come with me? He was almost dead. So anyway, the thing is that we could learn that the Maya is so strong. Maya means which is really not, or which is not correct. It is just a daydream and night dream, which is not, but still we illusory thinking that I will be happy. And so this is the covering of Maya, that Avaranatmika Shakti. Avaranatmika means it covers our knowledge that I am the spirit soul part of Krishna, and Prakshatmika. It shows that later on there will be happiness. But there is now no happiness, and we get entangled and we become a play toy in the hands of women. That's why it is called this Maithun Agar. Maithun means sex life, and Agar means a ghar. The whole material world is a place of Maithun, and that is all the jiva, not just human being, but all the jiva are entangled. Although family think that family life is good, but family life is there even in the so many birds and bees. They all have family life. The birds, they dance around the female and they like it, and more he becomes very beautiful and dances for the she female for a copulation. So many there is family life. What is good about that? You suffer. So family life that is not good, or human life is also without Krishna consciousness. If you don't understand Krishna, don't develop love for Krishna, don't do any worshiping, don't come in bhakti yoga, then it is like animal life, dvipada pashu, that ahar nidra bhayamaitanam cha samanayata pashu vinarana dharmo hi eko adhiko vishesho dharme nahina pashu samana. We are like pashu, animals. So we have to understand that is what the only human life is once in millions of year lifetimes we get by the mercy of Krishna, not by our endeavor, but by Krishna makes us that now he has gone through so many species and he has seen what enjoyment is, and never gets satisfied. Now human life he makes an endeavor. So he gives him the choice, you choose me or choose the other side, the Maya. But people are that I have seen Maya, it is very good, I will get. So Maya bewilders him and let him believe that I will be happy in this life. But happiness goes further and further, like Brahma Rishika. The deer sees some shadow and thinks that there is water, he is very thirsty. He runs for that place, but it goes further away. Just like you put a stick and a grass, green grass, on the bamboo, and then put on the donkey, and as the donkey goes ahead, the stick also goes further and further. So that enjoyment is never there. No satiation. And the spiritual, what soul is looking is that play kind of pleasure which always increases. Anandamudi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrata Swadanam. So we are shackled to material bondage. Those who are very much addicted to this conception of life, they are called demons. And practically everybody. Prabhupada is saying, not this Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Prabhupada also pronounced that they are demons. So everybody is a demon who are in the family life. Grah Medi, not Grasta, that both are practicing Krishna consciousness. And another, so Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Prabhupada is saying the same thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had this Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhan Majumdar, and Raghunath Das was very devoted son, and they were donating a lot of money. They are pious, and they are, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that they are also demons, or they are all, because they are addicted to this working, accumulating money and spending as they want. For their name's sake, they were giving to a lot of donation to Brahmanas and maintaining them, but their mentality is not for Krishna, to worship Krishna. They would not let Raghunath Das Goswami go and practice his Krishna consciousness in association with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They got him married, they gave, okay, you manage this. They almost like he had guards around him. So they had so much money that it was in the bullock carts, the ashirkis, golden coins. They are in a big post, but nonetheless, their mentality. So all the many people in They may be very sophisticated, very, very educated, very, very rich, but they are all, according to Prahlad Maharaj and Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are all demons unless they are Krishna conscious. So family life. So anybody is living life of bondage to family or addicted to this conception of life, they are called demons. So Prabhupada says, whole world is demons. Whole world people, unless they are fully Krishna conscious. So Yamraji also telling to the Yamdutas when that do not bring to me people who are chanting the holy name, who is Tulsi beats, or what, but bring everybody who is attached to the family life and they are not Krishna conscious. So instructed them strictly that bring everybody who is not Krishna conscious. So bring them to me and I will punish them. So pious or no pious, doesn't matter whether they are eating meat or not meat eating. But they were like Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhan, they were like kings of the Saptagram. So, but their life is like a dark well. What is a dark well? People pass school in the dark well, and underneath there is some pythons or snakes, and they will devour us. So these are all saying the same thing, Prahlad, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Srila Prabhupada. So we should have, whether rich or poor, we should have our pointed attention, attraction to Krishna, and pointed means एक ही व्यवसायत्मक बुद्धि एक ही पुरुषार्थ. It should be just to Krishna, not no one else. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम अनुकूलेन कृष्णम शीलेन भक्ति उत्तम. Uttam bhakti is that it should be anukul to Krishna, not covered by your own material knowledge. Jnana karma and activity like karma kand, that does not please Krishna. Only devotion to Krishna, prem, seva, bhakti. So we're all coming here in the next slide, but Prabhupada, again, if we don't practice our ear to Prabhupada or Prahlad Maharaj, we should have accurate knowledge about deep realization, and it's like in the marriage board. So they said that yes, there should be cultured family, but we want beautiful, educated woman or man. So, but really we should be looking for devotee in the family. So both can work together like railway track, and both can please Krishna and understand Krishna consciousness. Both could read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, worship the deity form of the Lord. See, like this liquid beauty story, everybody has heard that there was a very, very beautiful woman, and one prince went there while he was strolling on the streets, and he saw this beautiful woman. He became very attracted to her, and he said that I want to marry you. And so he understood his intention, and that he just want to enjoy her and throw her out. So she said, "Let come," but she could not refuse because he was a prince, and she could be imprisoned. This has come after 2 weeks, and she took lot of laxatives and purgatives and things to cause vomiting. So she was vomiting and putting together all in a pot, stool separately, vomiting separately, urine separately. All these things she put in the big pots. And when this man came, he became very emaciated. Wrinkles were there all over, dehydrated, could not hardly speak, throat was dry. When he came, when the prince was asking the woman, "Where is that beautiful woman? What? Where is she?" I'm the same. No, no, you are not the same. That I have separated my beauty. Do you want to see? Oh, I want to see the beauty. Where is that beauty? She showed all these parts, and by sting, he was so much nauseated and vomiting, and he ran away. So our beauty is made of all these stool, pus, urine. So that is what is the beauty, and we are attracted to do. And she showed what is this. We should be attached to the basics in our life. We are not bodies, so this knowledge is not assimilated in people who are very complicated minds. We have to become detached to the family life, and you do as your duty. What I'm saying that one should do as a duty that Krishna has given me. You take care, you love them, take care of them, but not that you become so much addicted without them you cannot live. There were like one man, and he had 3 children, and he got married to all the 3 children, and then but he was a very rich man. So then these people, they were fighting among themselves, and I will get this, and I will get this, and they treated him so badly that he developed so much that he could not even move. So he was, but their children would not come, would not feed him. Since he will die, we will get all the wealth anyway. So they did not care. But so he thought that what is the point in my staying here? So he went to the old age home where he put everything on the name of the old age. And when the children heard that he died, he went and saw and got the key and of the safe, and they opened. There was a letter that that when I was with you, you disregarded this, not cared me in any way, and now you want all the wealth. I gave it all to who were taking care of me. So same thing that if we don't really worship Krishna, don't get attached to Krishna and get attached to the family life, then we will be doomed in this way. Many people have that kind of situation. So we learn that family life, we feel that there is so much love, but love is only for your possessions, for your money, but love is not there for the person unless they are devotees. So one should be very careful and make relationship with person who are devotees and who do not really worship Krishna, who has Krishna in their heart and live in a loving way each other. So uh, your conception of life are called demons. Those who are very much addicted to this conception is called demons. Therefore, although you are sons of demons, keep aloof from such persons and take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, the origin of all the demigods. Because the ultimate goal for the devotees of Narayan is liberation from the bondage of material existence by serving Krishna's lotus feet. Uh, that could be done even without death, even in this material life also. Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta means we are free even in this life. All the senses are used in service of Krishna, like Ambarish Maharaj, complete dedication, using all faculties, all senses, working senses and knowledge acquiring senses. Both are enjoying senses. You could use all in Krishna's service, then you are Jivan Mukta, like Ambarish Maharaj or Bali Maharaj, Atma Samarpan. He gave, okay, take me, put your third foot on my head, and he pushed him uh, down to Sutalo, but he made him the king of that Sutalo, and he became his doorkeeper, Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, they are big examples that they have given everything. So Prabhupada is writing in this purport. Prahlad Maharaj has maintained the philosophical point of view that one should give up the dark well of family life and go to the forest to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hitvat atam gram andakupam vanam gato yad dharin Ashrayeta. In this verse also, he stresses the same point. In the history of human society, no one at any time or any place has been liberated because of too much affection and attachment for his family. People say that if you take care of the family very nicely, you are liberated. But that is not liberation. That is again you get to go to another life, another body, that the Yamaraj gives you another body for whatever desires are left over. And in this way you go through so much. So that is sansar, that we go to so many lifetimes. And Bhavsagar or Bhavro is again and again taking new and new bodies, but we cannot enjoy uh, in those bodies because our soul is separate. Soul needs some enjoyment which is always increasing and not flickering. And soul is, this place is in the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan Dham. We belong to there, but we could create like a Ram Raj even in this place if we live under the complete sheltering, taking shelter of Lord Krishna. Even in those who are apparently very educated, the same family attachment is there. They cannot give up the association of their families, even in old age or in validity, or they are attached to the sense enjoyment. That so like Birbal and Akbar was there together, and Birbal, yeah. So Akbar is saying, why your Lord or your God has to come to the material world? He could send so many assistants, or why don't you they take care of them? So he says, I will show you what it is, why Krishna comes in the material world. So he asked one maid servant and gave him the doll exactly looking like his prince, like the son of Akbar. And she said that he was told by this minister that you threw her in the lake. So he brought the man, Akbar Badsha, to the lake, going around. And when one point came that his attention was somewhere else, and so he was happy that my servant is holding my son very nicely. Then when his head was somewhere else, Birbal asked him to just throw him in the pond. So he threw. So there was a sound, and when saw that maid servant has no son, it fell down. He jumped right away. All his ornaments, all his everything, weapons, everything inside. And when he came out, taking the when he then he asked that what kind of joke is this? He said that I wanted to give a lesson that why did you jump? You had so many guards and servants around here. They could have saved the same way because for the devotees, Radha comes himself to rescue them. He does not come to kill the demons, although he says that I come to kill the demons, but that could be done by his just like by Vrakuti Vilas, just his uh, just thinking, or he could send anyone else to kill them, but he comes to play with his own dear devotees. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkatam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yoge yoge. I come. So, yan maithunadi gramedi sukham hi tuchham. So-called householders are simply attracted by sexual enjoyment. Thus, they keep themselves shackled in family life, and furthermore, they want their children to be shackled in the same way. Because whatever parents are doing, children will do automatically. If children are, if they are worshipping, and then like Prabhupada, his father was a devotee. He saw Rath Yatra. He wanted to have the Rath Yatra. He was going to uh, the temple of Govindaji, which was nearby. So he arranged for the Rath Yatra. He arranged for Kirtan because he saw that. So whatever the parents are doing, children will imbibe that. So we should give the name of the children as if they are like Krishna's or devotees' names, and should take them to the temple, should learn the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and put them Krishna conscious practice. Like Prabhupada's father was worshipping at home also, and inviting so many sadhus. So Prabhupada had so many sadhus encountered, but many sadhus were bogus. So when his friend uh, uh, asked him that there is a nice sadhu, it's completely different, please come with me, Mullik family. So Prabhupada reluctantly went, but when he saw this sadhu's brilliant face and heard that you are educated in English in Scottish Church College, he said that you preach uh, these Gospels of Bhagavad Gita, translate and preach them to the English speaking people. And Prabhupada meditated on this instruction whole life, and then he went at the age of 69 years to US. And so anyway, he did go and taught all this, and now millions of people are following his instruction and his teaching and his Bhagavad Gita and other books which are translated in so many 150 languages all over the world. The BBT is the biggest distributor of these Vedic literatures. So we all became, who are not devotees, they become play hands or play toys in hands of women, and they will ride down to the darkest region of the material existence. Means we have already chewed those things, and again we want to take. Chewed means means we are chewing. Like in other life also, we have again what we do in human form of life: eating, sleeping, mating, and depending. Same thing again we do the human life also when we get this. But that is available in all other species. This life, human life, is meant to practice Krishna consciousness, to worship Krishna, to go back home, back to God. It should be the aim, doing service to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. So one time in 1950, 1956, 57, there was so much drought and akal, and the grains were not growing, and people were so much hungry. And so one time, one man, Ganpat Punyaji, he saw that he vomited because he was sick. And when people came and there was nothing to eat, they ate that vomitus. And he was feeling so much pain by seeing this, eating your own vomitus. That is called vantasi, that you vomit and eat that. The same thing that happened at that time. He opened his place where there were a lot of grain and he distributed that. So what I'm saying is material life is like chewing the chew. If you have already husked the rice and then there is only the shell of the rice is there is no grain, then again husking or again beating them would not give any yield. So you should not be attracted to those. So we should really have like life focused around Krishna, not around what you think is the right thing of enjoyment. Enjoyment is really in Krishna consciousness. One should give up the association of such demons and adhere to the association of devotees. Thus one will be able to be liberated from the material bondage. Maithunagar. Agar means a home around sex life. So text number 19. न इह च्युतं प्रीणयतो मोहायासो सुरात्मजः आत्मत्वात् सर्वभूतानां सिद्धत्वात् इह सर्वतः. So my dear sons of demons, so Prahlad Maharaj is continuing his teaching to the schoolmates. The supreme personality of Godhead, Narayan, is the original super soul, the father of all living entities. Consequently, there are no impediments to pleasing him. So first instruction is about family life. It's like it, and then another is how you could get out is to become Krishna conscious, and it is not difficult. People think this other processes is not fruitful. It is very, very difficult. You dip yourself in the cold weather, in the cold river, or in the hot. Like people, they try to do so many things, so many gymnastics, but they cannot become Krishna conscious. Only it needs a loving relationship with Krishna. By offering him everything, by putting nice clothing to Krishna, nice food, nice worship, nice. So there are 9 items of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam Dashyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. So 9 items. So here it is saying that there is no difficulty because we are children of Krishna. Anytime, any age, you may go to your father and he will love you, he will respect you, he will open arms, embrace you. Same thing, Krishna will do that. But our attention, we should go to Krishna, put yourself like our attention to him, and that please take me back. And Father will be very, very happy to take you back, even if you left long time ago, or even after fighting, Father will love you. So Krishna is waiting for long, many years and years, thousands and crores of lifetimes, that he will one day he will come to me. But it is our misfortune that we don't get attracted to Krishna and we don't try to go to Krishna. But it is easy, very easy-minded person to go back home, back to Godhead. So therefore there is no difficulty in pleasing the Lord. So Krishna, Mame Vanshu Jivanoke Jiv Bhuta Sanatan, that they are Mame Vanshu, that they are my Ansha. Ansha means part and parcel. All the Jiva Bhutas, not just human beings. But we are putting attention. And here also one may ask, one is certainly very attached to family life. But if one gives up family life to be attached to the service of the Lord, one must undergo the same endeavor and trouble that you have also to do austerities and troubles that you have to take. But Prahlad Maharaj says, what he's saying, that it is very easy to please Krishna if you are pure-hearted. So therefore, what is the benefit of taking trouble to engage in the service of the Lord? Both sides is trouble. So this is not a valid objection. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 14:4, Sarvayoneshu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Asham Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita, that I am the seed giving father to all the species of life. It should be understood that all species of life, Usana Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed giving father to all the unis. The Supreme Lord Narayan is the seed giving father of all living entities, because the living entities are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. Mamai Vanshu Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. As there is no difficulty in establishing the intimate relationship between a father and son, there is no difficulty in re-establishing the natural intimate relationship between Narayan and the living entities. Swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahatobhaya. Swalpam api asya dharmasya. This dharma, or if you do Krishna consciously, then it is even a little bit endeavor to save you from greatest danger. What is the greatest danger? Is to put ourselves in the material world pool, or going to so many species of life, 8.4 million species of life. After going through all, then we again Krishna's mercy, we get a human form of life. That is mercy, not by our endeavor. And so it will protect you, because at least you will get human life. You will start from where you left, Krishna consciousness. So you don't, even a little bit endeavor in this. So just person has to wake up. Jiva jago, jiva Gaura Chan bole. Mota nidra, jao Maya Pishachira khele. That Maya is making us sleep in the lap of Maya. We are sleeping in our lap, thinking that I'm fine, I'm very good. I'm this body, let me satisfy the body. Yavat jivit, sukam jivit, trivan kartava, gratam prevet. But it is not fine. Because what would happen in the next life? Even you may die untimely, you may die at any time. Everybody will leave you alone. So saying is that if one performs even very slight devotional service, Narayan is always ready to save one from the greatest danger. And the greatest danger is to put ourselves back in the material world pool. And Krishna always remembers what you have done. So you start where you left in the next life. Nothing is, but anything material endeavor in any another form is, everything is gone at the time of death. You have to start all over again in new species of life, and you may not become a human being after a long period of time. So now one understands that we should worship Krishna, we should develop our relationship, forgotten relationship with Krishna, and love him, serve him, chant his holy names, take holy prasad, have association with devotees. So these 9 processes of devotional service, you do that, which Prahlad Maharaj told his father, demonic father, and how this that that a devotee is never like Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Astini Sunicheva Sopakicha Pandita Samadarshi. A Pandit or learned man that he sees equally, even if somebody is against him, but he always respects him, follows him, addresses him nicely. He went to his father, not fighting or not in any mood, but he went and then he put him on his lap. But naturally, he wanted to ultimately, when he gave him the knowledge that you are getting your strength and everything is from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you follow these 9 processes of devotional service. And this is what I have learned. Father became very angry when he heard the name of Vasudeva Krishna, because he became the enemy of Krishna. His brother was killed by Varahadev, and since then he became very angry. He wanted to kill the personality of Godhead and want to become. He did austerity to get so much power, so he could kill Krishna. But nobody can kill Krishna. Mare Krishna Rake Krishna Mare ke. He was killed by Lord Narasimha. Narayan is always ready to save one from the greatest danger. A definite example is Ajamil. Ajamil separated himself from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by performing many sinful activities and was condemned by Yamraj to be very severely punished. But because At the time of death, he chanted the name of Narayan. That was the name of his son. Although he was calling not for the Supreme Lord Narayan, but for his son named Narayan, he was saved from the hands of Yamraj. So pleasing Narayan does not require as much endeavor as pleasing one's family, community, nation. They would never be pleased. You can't please uh, your family members or nation. Everybody would find so many faults, even if you hold your life and sacrifice. So we have to please Narayan, which is easy to please. You walk 10 steps and he walks 100 steps. And he will give intelligence by which you can come. Dadami buddhi yogantam that I will give intelligence by which you can come to me. But somehow we are so much addicted to this simple activity, that enjoying propensity, that we don't turn our face to Krishna. Like two birds are sitting in a tree. One is a watching bird, he's watching, and one is enjoying bitter and sweet fruits of the tree that he's enjoying, but he does not look towards the bird who's watching. The watching bird is Paramatma. He's still with us. He goes to every place, even the hellish planets also he goes. And he wants to see that he turns to him. Like Draupadi that pointed her attention, oh, my husband should protect me, or my grandfather, Vishnu Pitama, or my uncle will protect me, but nobody. Military commander would protect me, but nobody protected. And then she was trying to catch hold under her teeth, the sari. But Dushasan had 10,000 elephants strength, so he pulled him, and then she put her hands up, and then the Dwarka Vashan Krishna, please protect me. And he came in the form of long sari. So in that way, so we should really put ourselves in the hands of Krishna. That is where Sharanagati comes. And I take complete shelter like a small child who depends on the mother. Mother always puts all the attention and she protects him. But minute he grows up and he becomes independent, then mother is not much worried or not giving that much shelter. But we should depend completely and remember him at all the time. So that is Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahto bhayat. So he chanted, but we should chant Satatam Kirtanatava. So pleasing Narayan is much less endeavor than taking care of the family, nation, or wife, children. We have seen important political leaders killed for a slight discrepancy in their behavior. Therefore, pleasing one's society, family, community, and nation is extremely difficult. Pleasing Narayan, however, is not at all difficult. It is very easy. One's duty is to revive one's relationship with Narayan. A slight endeavor in this direction will make the attempt successful, whereas one will never be successful in pleasing the so-called family, society, nation, even if one endeavors to sacrifice his life. The simple endeavor involved in devotional service of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, that 9 processes, that any one of them or all of them, that is the Shravan was done by Parikshit Maharaj. Shravanam Kirtanam means either chanting or Sukhdev Goswami, he was doing Kirtan, or you could do it at the temple also. Vishnu, who's Shravan Kirtan? Vishnu. Means Krishna wants Ek Chhatra Rajya. He does not want Eke Hi Purunanda. That Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, you put your attention to one. Anya Vilashita Sunya. Anya no Avilashi, just to please Krishna. So, hearing and chanting the holy name of the Lord, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Ismaranam. You remember, if you chant and you remember the beauty of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord. So, remembering Pada Sevanam, that service Lord like Lakshmi ji serving the Pada Sevanam. Archanam, like Parikshit, this Archi and her husband, they did the worshipping of the Prathu Maharaj. Archanam, Vandanam, like Akru did the Vandana. We could also do the Vandana of the, there are many in the Bhagavatam, many Vandana of the same, or you could make your own prayers. You could pray to the Lord. If you are in any difficulty, the prayer, Krishna listens to our prayers. So we should do prayer to the Lord that please get me out of this. Like a child prays in the womb of the mother. When he's suffering, and he's in the tiny packed up in the womb of the mother and living in the stool and urine of his own upside down. He's hanging there and he prays. If somebody is a devotee, and he prays that please Lord, get me out of this. I will worship you. But he forgets when he comes out because of the air and but the people like kissing, better, you are so nice, or Lala and Lala. And so because of, so I'm not saying that one should not love, but one should not get attached to this family life. One should be attached to Krishna, worship him, remember him, and do your devotional service, what has been taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore bestowed his blessings by saying, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtana. That all glories to the Sri Krishna's Sankirtan. If one wants to derive the actual benefit from this human form, he must take to the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's almost time. So if anybody has any comments or questions, there's two things we learn. One is to please Krishna is very, very healthy and family life that everybody wants, unless there is a grahastha life centered around Krishna, then it's like a demonic life. It's a falling in the material whirlpool or blind well. Like I will give a little story that there was a king and then his a rich man was there. He had 4 children. Three were very nice, well educated. They married to the educated woman. And then the youngest one was very stout, strong, and he would not, but very foolish, not learn anything, did not do any business. So he taught him in a like fighting and mock fighting and became very, very strong and feeding him very, very nicely. Then he thought that you go to the king and tell him that you want to become like, so you, anything that nobody can do it, I will do it. So he gave him a nice place and in his garden, nice house, nice food and everything. Become very stout. And later on, a time came, and say wife also comes sometime. A king saw her and became, she was very, very beautiful, extremely beautiful. And the king became attracted. He thought that I should enjoy her and I should marry. But she completed her. She has a husband. She was Pativrata. How she could so marry again to another person? So he said, so his ministers and he consulted his ministers, and then they said that give him some tasks. He's eating for last 2 years, sitting there in the garden. So give him something that he cannot do it, and then give him the condition that if you cannot do it within 2 months, we will kill you. So he became very, very worried and stopped his eating. Then he goes to his home, and they told him that bring some kind of word, they call it uh, some name, anyway, funny name. Uh, uh, so, but they did not really hear such word and using Himalayas, and he did not go any place because he did not know where to go, what to do, how to bring that. Uh, so his wife says, "Don't worry, I will take care of it." What she did in her home, she made a blind well, like dig some like 10, 12, 15 feet well and put a nice bed on top of that. And that was thread, like thread was there. It was not very strong. She put nice uh, kambal and everything. When the king came and then to look for where is this man, where is he did not go, what happened? We gave him some task to do. So he sat on that bed and he fell down in that hole. Then she had his children, his brother's children, called them and beat him every day. 50, uh, 50 kodas are. So they will beat him and he became very gradually red and black marks. And so when the king did not come, then his minister came and she did the same thing. Please come, said. And he also fell down. Then his Senapati, the chief of the army, he came. He also was very much attracted to that woman. Whoever would see, they will get attracted and want to have some relation with. Then the commander, another person came who was protecting us, and he also fell in love. They fell down, and then they were all, and they were hungry, and they will give only 2 chapati and little water and some dal. So anyway, later on when they all four were there, they put so much tar on that and brought lot of birds feathers. And they put all this birds feather there, and they were the tar they stuck with that, and that was the bird that he was looking for. So then he brought the king out and then washed him with the kerosene oil, all the tar gone. And then he said, "You could go." And so he went there. And he says, "Where are those birds that I asked?" So he asked this man. He said, "Yes, I have it." So he brought all these other 3 people there, and they were this. That is what is the bird that we were asking. Now, because the queen had very much pain, and somebody told him that if you bring these birds and with their oil, the massage, she will get better. So anyway, so when these 3 people, other people, she brought them that these are the birds we wanted, because all the birds' feathers were stuck to that. Then he said, "Where is the 4th one?" So his wife told him that, "Tell him that you know everything about that. Don't, otherwise I will expose you that you went with a lusty desire to my wife." So she kept quiet. Then he understood everything. He relieved him. So this is the way that how people are lusty, and then how they get out of their way and want to enjoy somebody else's woman. We should enjoy Krishna, relationship with Krishna, not with this lusty person. That is what keeps us in the material world. So rather than so Bhaja Govindam is saying Shankaracharya Bhaja Govindam Mudamate Prapte Sannihite Nahi Karne Rakshati Kuch Karne. So when the last time comes, only Krishna's name can protect. So rather going to so many bogus sadhus and sannyasis and so many demigods, our worship should be our Krishna only, chanting holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we should learn these lessons in so many ways, and Bhagavatam is full of lessons in a very systemic. It has been given. So if there is any comments or questions or anything, please unmute and let us discuss. If there is anything we can discuss.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, Dandat Pranam, always Sri Prabhupada. It was such a nice class to highlight how the grihastha should behave rather than being a griha medhi as a demonic way of life. So your session is so much valued. Your nectarine words are purifying. So I have a question regarding this grihastha life. As we know that is said that Pumsastriya Mithuni Bhavametam Tayar Mithar Hridaya Ganti Ahur Ata Sutapta Vittar Griyakshetra Sutapta Vittar Chanasamoha Ayam Ahomameti. So this is the problem. It looks like that it is a beneficial for a man, for a married person, if the wife is not listening. So that way he will get dejected from material life, and okay, I understand that. So in spite of that, the woman is told to be chaste. So if the woman is chaste, it may be beneficial for the woman, but it's not beneficial for the man. So how should one navigate? The man navigate if he's a nice listening wife. So I also see in the normal situation. Yeah, normal situation.
Very nice question. Yeah. No. But if both are Krishna conscious and put Krishna in the center of your life, let children be Krishna conscious, even if they are not Krishna conscious. But you do your duty of loving them, educating them, but not attached too much. We get attached that is it. That's my family life. So it's not, even if you are aloof, but the mind, the thoughts of enjoying the family life is there in the mind. Only by Krishna consciousness it could be removed from the root. Otherwise, you will thinking, oh, my wife, her family is like this, I would have enjoyed much more. So those thoughts, so the root cause is the mind. Mind traps you down. So if you are clean the mind should be Krishna conscious mind. Intelligence should be Krishna conscious intelligence. And grasp the life means both wife and husband are Krishna conscious, like the two tracks of the railway train track. And then you both together support each other in Krishna consciousness. Then that is a real grastha life. Both are Krishna conscious, inviting devotees, kirtan, home programs, Deity worship, offering everything, at least couple hours in the morning, in the evening together. That is grastha life. But otherwise, the children born of Brahmedi life, they are also demon. Prabhupada is very clearly that anybody who is not Krishna conscious is a demon. Same thing Prahlad Maharaj. Same thing Chaitanya Maharaj. So everywhere it is the same thing. So we should lead a life of Krishna consciousness. And it is easy if we are simple hearted in performing. Otherwise, we have so many plans, then we will be drowned in the family life. So family life is like a dark well. That's what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. Deep dark well. And nobody can protect himself. But it only protection is Krishna consciousness. So let us all chant the holy name, worship Krishna, take Krishna Prasad, associate with devotees, serve Vaishnavas, serve devotees, and make the whole atmosphere Krishna conscious like a Ram Raj. Rather than it is Kali Yuga, it's very difficult. So many bad things are happening, but at least let us protect ourselves for listening to these discourses of Prahlad Maharaj and Bhagavatam. One should read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, rather than reading too many books, too many confusions, and all the wealth or all the donations would not work. All the learnings, only learning is Krishna consciousness. How we could be Krishna conscious. And that is given in Bhagavad Gita, explained in Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this is Geeta. Thank you very much for this inspiring class. I totally agree with you when you say that, we should make Lord Krishna the center of our life, and, and we will be able to hopefully, um, if not get God realization, at least reach to a higher level than what we are. However, I also don't, I am curious to know that all in this whole world, if they do not pray to Lord Krishna, but they're leading a very good life, pious life, and have their own Lord, whoever they are, in whichever religion they are we saying that they don't realize God at all?
no, they do also like if their aim is to please the Supreme Lord, whether it is Krishna or by another name or even they are Jesus Christ, but if they are, or even if they are Muslims, if their aim is to please and do correct life, lead a correct life, then they also get the same result. Not that only Krishna's devotees get the same result. The Supreme Lord is one. Whatever way that you are practicing, whatever name you are chanting, does not make any difference, but it should be regulated. And even if you cannot complete in this lifetime, you will start where you left Krishna Bhakti. But not any name that you give, Bhakti that they will get. And ultimately, like you worship Lord Shiva. But Shiva says that, okay, chant, chant the name of Lord Ram. This is Ram Nam Satya. And in other religion also, ultimately it will come to Krishna. And then you go back home, back to Krishna in service to his lotus feet. In Golok Vrindavan, you play with Krishna. The play, the Lord's play, means this is all a playground, but we are not performing our role properly. We are doing according to our own whims. Then naturally we will be kicked out from our play. But Krishna likes to play with his devotees and he calls them back home, back to his lotus feet. And gradually he wants everybody should come to his lotus feet. But we have our own agenda and Krishna has his agenda and it does not match together. You should listen. He is the Supreme Lord. You should listen and follow his instruction as he is given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. And our life will be successful if just become humble and listen to those. and practice in our life, not just listen, but practice also. Gyan and Vigyan. Gyan is a practicing in our lifetime.
Thank you, Prabhuji, very much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my Dhanvat Pranam to you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So Maharaj,
Jai
one of the line that, yes Maharaj, one of the line that we read is that it's just like it's not very tough to worship Narayan. But we often hear that sometimes when Srila Prabhupada was there, he was telling people in the older category, like senior citizens, that you will get happiness by following the 4 regulative principles. So then they said, well, this is the enjoyment, how we cannot give it up. So when people cannot give up that enjoyment, they're not able to follow the 4 regulations, then how is it that Bhagavatam here is saying that it's easy? That's one question I have. And if you can just explain a little bit, because like one has to follow some rules and regulations, only then things can get easier. And of course, I'm not saying for myself that it's easy for me, but somehow, like how devotees say that it's a devotee's mercy that we came into Krishna consciousness, or maybe we were practicing for previous life, and when we took birth here, right from birth till whichever date Krishna consciousness did not come in our life, we were actually miserable. We were thinking we're enjoying, everything is going on, our parents they have plenty of money, good schooling is there, everything is there, but the enjoyment was not there, and also like Geeta Mataji was saying that some of our some of other people who are also doing, it's not like they can also achieve, but we see the truti, it's that we see the fault. Like for example, if I look at my grandfather, so my Nanaji and Naniji, we were raised by them. So yeah, I'm just recollecting, of course they were vegetarian, but they were having tea, in the morning they would get up at 4:30 and make tea and lemon juice and do their work and different form of meditations. They would read Sukhmani Sahib. The book is there in the, like Gurdwara book, there's Sukhmani Sahib they would read. I would see at my Nanaji's desk. So they were also following some things, but they were not like 100% following the regulations which Srila Prabhupada has given us. So of course now they're not there on this planet Earth, but they're pious people. But what Srila Prabhupada has given us, we have to think this is the highest. I just wanted a little bit point on that also, and the previous thought, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful
Very
class.
good questions and practical questions that you are asking. But we have to become, you cannot put one foot on the shore and one foot on the boat. You have to put both foot in the boat to cross over. So, and in the heart to enjoy, propensity is always there. Propensity would not go out, or desire to enjoy, even if you cannot do it physically, like old man cannot enjoy everything, but the desire is there in the heart. So if the desires are still there to enjoy the material world, you take another and another birth. Now this life may look that they are pious, so they will get the piety result. Pious means if they give food to somebody, then you don't remain hungry, or you get your results of becoming wealthy in the next life, or don't remain thirsty, or health is good. So, but this is not devotional service. It has to be to Krishna. Devotional service has to do with Krishna. That we should realize that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Where is our Jiva Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. Eternally we are meant to serve him. And just material piety or material impiety does not make any difference. The difference is that whether are we Krishna conscious, are we pleasing Krishna, that means we have to Vishnu, we should please Vishnu or Krishna. That is our main aim. That is by my endeavor, Krishna is getting happy or not happy. And if he's not happy, then naturally we are still remaining in the material world. And so it is easy for easy person, but if it is we have complicated things, then it's not easy. Means like you say that you cannot follow all the four regulative principles, but you are enjoying, you are worshipping, but worship whom? Krishna wants एक छत्र राज्य ऊपरी and व्यवसायत्मक बुद्धि एक ही पूर्ण या अन्याभिलाषिता शून्य, not any another desire other than to please Krishna. So that Krishna pleasing is always there. When we please Krishna, that is called Krishna Bhakti. And when we please our own senses, that is called calm. So everybody is in calm. You feel I'm doing very nicely, I'm paying my taxes, I'm earning nicely, I'm an honest man. But that does not help. That will give you some pious result, but not Krishna consciousness, not going back home, back to God. It requires chanting, it requires offering your food, it requires waking up early and worshipping Krishna, spread Krishna consciousness, like you are doing it, trying to spread Krishna consciousness by these classes. Our aim should be to please Krishna. Swanuti is trusted. Once we please him, that is all in all, that is what is required. And so we should, and then naturally we will advance. Even a little endeavor in this will lead us further to, even if you do a little bit, you take human birth and start where you left. But this piety, you will get the result of your pious activity like a bank balance. It will finish, and again you have to come to the material world. Even if you did sinful activity, you suffer in hellish planets, and when you suffer, you have paid it off, or you suffer in the go to Yamraj place, get kicked, your kicks there, and then you come back again. So this is a place, Mrityu, 100% death, but this is also karma bhumi. You could make your new karma in human life. Animal life does not make any karma. But we make the karma, good or bad. But we should become akarma, means things done for Krishna is akarma. Everything done, then we don't get the result and reaction. So I hope you understand it is not complicated, it is easy to understand that we have to become God conscious, Krishna conscious. We are part of Krishna. He is our eternal Father, and we should please him. Sonnet is just a dharmasha prayate. Anyway, so if you try to see by your piety or impiety, Krishna has nothing to do with that. It is karma. And you get good karma or bad karma. It is shreyas or prayas. Shreyas means long-term benefit. That is Krishna consciousness. Prayas immediate you want to enjoy. That is prayas. But you should be become that what is ultimate good for me is Krishna consciousness. Okay.
Yes, Maharaj. I also want to mention one more thing, like, the tulsi plant. Generally, people say that tulsi plant grows, where there's some bhakti in the household, right? So it's amazing. Like, I saw so much of tulsi plant in my grandparents' home. I'm just going back in memory. And, and it was such a huge plant that, when I was a small child, when I used to go near the tulsi plant, I used to really like the smell of the tulsi plant. And then in the morning, the servant would come and pluck the leaves, and they would take it and, make tea from that. And the whole kitchen would be, again, I would go to the kitchen and the kitchen would be smelling. And then I would actually, as a child, have tea because of the tulsi, And then when we came into bhakti, we have to make some adjustments. Then it's like, okay, no tulsi no putting her in the hot water. And we have to circumambulate her. We have to do worship. So, most of the people are doing all these piety work, and but correct me, Maharaj, if I'm wrong. All this, they're growing the tulsi, they're also having tea and all that, but they are not doing the right way as per the shastric way, because there's a major difference, like, so obviously, like, and I have always seen tulsi plant in my grandparents' home, but then now, I mean, I can't say that they were doing wrong thing, because they were not aware. They didn't read Srila Prabhupada's books. They were not aware of this Sanatan Dharma, the Krishna conscious culture or way of living. So right? And we are so basically they were doing pious activities, but at the same time there was some sin, or what do I say, offenses involved, right, Maharaj? Because we
Correct.
cannot boil tulsi leaves. Tulsi
No.
leaves cannot boil.
Tulsi
Even
is Devi, we should
Yeah.
not put in a boiling water. Like if you are putting a boiling hot water, what would happen? So Tulsi,
Yes.
although it is a plant, but she is also a devotee of Krishna. We should not boil we should be respectful. And so that is, pious activity is different than devotional service. Devotional service means these 9 processes. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dashyam, Satyam, Atma, Nivedanam. Taking
Those are
care of
devotional.
Tulsi is also a devotional service, but not boiling it, and that is, you are creating some sinful activity.
Yes. So Maharaj, also we cannot put in the bhoga, which is very hot. We cannot bite it with the teeth, just in case we, it's better to keep
To
the
keep
leaves separate.
separately little bit away, you want to
Yeah.
offer Krishna hot food, but not
Yeah.
such hard that burn his mouth, or you wait for some time and then
Yes.
you put Tulsi.
Offer
But,
the bhoga, which is a
Krishna
little bit
cannot accept
cool down.
anything without Tulsi. You could put on the side or let the food get little bit cooler. Then after.
Yes. And also Maharaj, like we cannot bite on it. If we have a tulsi leaves come to a plate, we keep it on the side and we have to just take it with water, right?
No, what was your question?
So like tulsi leaves, sometimes the tulsi leaves are very big, Maharaj. And when we are offering and the tulsi leaves comes on the plate, after the prasad comes on our plate, and the tulsi leaf is really big, and then we keep it on the side that we won't bite it. We will either we can swallow it with dal or something, or we can take it with water. But sometimes what happens, the tulsi leaf is so big that it gets stuck in the throat and it becomes like a choking situation. So it's in that case, can we, with our although we cannot bite with our teeth, but can we break it with our hand and then have it?
You could break with hand and take it.
Okay. I was thinking that even we can't break it also. So I would just okay.
No, you can break. You can break.
Okay, break and then
You
we can
offer only a little part of the tulsi leaf, like half of
Yes.
that. That is also.
So also Maharaj, linking to this, suppose there's a big tulsi leaf, we can break the tulsi leaf also and put in the bhoga, and
Yes.
Instead of putting a single leaf also, right?
Yes.
Okay, Maharaj. Yeah, just some doubts were there. But yeah, thank you so much, Maharaj, for your association. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for giving. Anyone else? Any?
So how about
comments?
Prabhuji, how about keeping tulsi plant at the entrance of the house? Is it
Tulsi
good?
Plant putting
At
where?
At the entrance.
Oh, entrance. Yeah, you could put on the side so she does not get kicks from or dust from the feet or something. You could put on the outside in the
I
summer
put
time.
at the entrance and I put it on an elevated position just recently.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so. That's so.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
You're Any other questions or comments? Should we end now?
Maharaj, you covered 19 today, right? Also with the 2 verses were together.
Only 2 verses.
Yeah.
18 and 19. 17 I repeated because those are 2 together. 17 and 18.
So basically 17, 18 and then 19. It's like in maybe 3 verses. 19 also we did.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Maharaj.
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Radha. All the time you were listening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
That
you,
gives
Maharaj.
also
Thank you
encouragement also.
very nice.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you so much for this nectar class and question answer session. And so many practical examples and tips you gave to progress in our sadhana. So thank you so much for your association and busy schedule and precious time. So thank you so much, Maharaj. If nobody has any question or comments, we can.
Mataji, I have one question more. Like Maharaj, why in these
yes.
texts in the text that we are reading now, sometimes Krishna is addressed with different names, but here Krishna is addressed as Narayan, right? So why is it that different places in Bhagavatam, different names of Krishna are given, are spoken? Like, is it because they wanted to give reference to Ajamil, or different names are spoken in different?
Ajamil spoke that Narayan, but Narayan is also a name of Krishna. So Krishna has so many names: Achyuta, Govinda, Madhusudana, so many names according to them. So why not? Our home there are children have many names. Why not Krishna could have? According to his activity, so many temples and Prabhupada give so many names. And Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita has so many names. So it's all right.
Yes, Maharaj,
So
that I understand. Yeah, Maharaj.
Narayan is an
I understand
expansion
that.
from.
But specifically, some names are given in a certain scenario. Like, we'll find that particular name of Krishna has so many names. So is there any relevance behind that? That's what I'm asking. There's no relevance as such. I mean,
there is meaning of each and every name. So according to his activity, like he killed Madhu Demon, or cat Madhu Demon, cat Madhu Katabhare, these things. So it's nice that we have many names, and according to appropriate time to chant that name.
Yes, Maharaj. And some people even chant like Om Narayana Namaha, right? I've heard Om Narayana Namaha. But yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Shamarati, go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Maharaj. So, and all the devotees, let's pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpataruvasya kripa sindhu patitanam pavanam Anant Koti Vaishnav ki jai, Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, His Holiness Shamik Rishi Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Jai.
Such a wonderful and enlightening class today. Thank you.